2006 inductee Bob Roop, everybody, has got a question.
Thank you all. First of all, thank you all for being here. If you weren't here, we wouldn't be here, would we? Stan, good to see you. Who did Frank have his first match with? Does anybody know?
You don't think you do?
Well, you know, this is so weird. I'm telling you, I don't have Alzheimer's, but I'm not sure. I think it was me.
I've heard that story before.
I know that the night before his first match, or the week before, I believe it was Fort Worth, he came by the ring and I was in the ring and he said something and I said something like, oh, you punk, or show up next week or something. It was arranged, of course. And so, I'm pretty sure I wrestled him the next week. Well, let me tell you something. Frank Goodish was a wrestling genius. And you know why? I don't remember the match. Let me explain again. Let me remember, no Alzheimer's here.
Yeah.
The reason I don't remember, example, I had a guy one time tell me, he said, oh, I loved your match with Pat Patterson out in California. I said, I never wrestled Pat Patterson. He said, oh yeah, you did. I said, no, I didn't. I wouldn't remember. He said, Bob, I'll send you the tape. Tape? Bob Roop, Pat Patterson. I went, oh my God. I do have Alzheimer's. I was about 40. And I thought, what I figured out, I didn't remember matches that I had that were good. There was nothing to remember because they were good matches. After you have thousands of them, it's just another match. That I didn't remember Frank and his first match meant that he was absolutely a genius to start with. And let me tell you why. I had, not his first match, but a little bit down the line. Great guy, I love him dearly, respect him dearly. Unfortunately, we lost him, Dr. Death Steve Williams. And we were in the New Orleans Superdome. We had a big show, and he was nervous. I mean, he was scary nervous. And I had a match with him, and I'm telling you, I haven't forgotten one bit of that match because he was so nervous. I mean, he was lethally nervous. Pick you up by the wrong arm, fire you in the ropes, not done. Only time ever done in my entire career. Where I had to go take a bump and tell the referee, tell him to calm down, please. Everything's going to be okay. And it was. The fact that I don't remember Frank is a tribute to his starting out being so calm, cool, and collected that he wasn't nervous. And we had a good match. The other thing I want to say, with the utmost respect for him, his character when he started was such, it wasn't so much his brand, which was very important to him, because that's why he could walk out. So like so many boys couldn't and wouldn't. Maybe self-respect was part of it, maybe they needed to make a living was part of it, they had a family to protect or whatever, but he would walk out because his self-respect was, and his character was as important to him, also his brand, but those came first because he had to live with himself whether he had a big name or not. He walked out on people. Believe me, he didn't walk out screwing them, they were screwing him. That's why he walked out. I don't deserve to be with these folks. They know Frank a lot better than, no, but only because you knew him so much better than I did. So what I do know of him, first class guy, very, very smart, scary as hell to look at, fit the part, and you know what? Because he refused to compromise himself, not only would he not take being screwed around, he wouldn't compromise himself in the ring either. If you couldn't make him believe it, sorry, I wasn't going to do it. And it got him in trouble, and it caused him to be injured. And you got to admire somebody like that. You know, he wasn't going to prostitute himself and belittle himself just to make money. He was saying, I'm not going to do it. You bring it to me, you give it to me, and make before I can believe it. I don't mean hurting you. I mean just to make it look believable. Then I'll go along with it. If it's not, I'm sorry. I'm not going to pander myself. That's the ultimate compliment in our business, because there's too many guys, unfortunately, were compromised. You know, they had to stick around, or it was just the way. The promoters owned everything. They had total control. They could blackball you, whatever, and people were afraid to do it. Well, he wasn't. And I hope you were lucky to have him in your life. A lot more than I did. I envy you. Thank you all.